All right, guys, I'm just going to come out and say it. I'm a sheep. I am a sheep, and so are you. Now, before you get mad at me, just hear me out. Our culture has taken this word and turned it completely upside down, and that is not a coincidence. You see, sheep is the word that Jesus uses to describe his beloved children. It's a term of endearment, but our culture is using it as an insult. And that is not a coincidence. That is the work of the father of lies. Okay, it is deception. And so what he wants us to do, our enemy, who is prowling around like a lion looking for something to devour, he wants us to not know that we're sheep. He wants us to think that we're lions. And what would a sheep do if it thought it were a lion? It's going to wander off, it's going to be alone, it's going to be vulnerable, and it's going to be killed. Okay, so if we don't know that we're sheep, we start getting this idea, this lie in our head that we're not sheep and that we shouldn't act like sheep, we're going to be in some serious, serious mortal danger. At least spiritually, if not physically. Okay, this is a metaphor. Jesus called us sheep not because he's saying to us, you're weak and stupid, like the world would like us to think. The world wants us to think, being called a sheep means you're weak and stupid. Well, that's not what Jesus would say to us. Of course not. Let me tell you the truth about sheep. Sheep are extremely valuable. Sheep never stop producing value. They can be sheared over and over and over again. Sheep are a sign of prosperity. Sheep were a symbol of wealth. People in Jesus' time, there were even cultures then that worshipped sheep, that considered sheep to be sacred. Sheep were highly valuable. Okay, we are sheep and we are extremely valuable. And we are continually producing and adding value to God's kingdom. So remember that, my sheep friend. We are also... we need a flock, okay? Sheep need to be in a community. And that is how we're designed. We're not designed to be alone because it's not good for man to be alone, okay? That was established number one, okay? It's not good for man to be alone. We need a flock. We're sheep. Sheep need to stick together. Sheep like to be together. They are joyful together. They play. They are playful. And sheep have excellent memories. Sheep know their names. Sheep can be called by their shepherd by name. So when Jesus said, I call my sheep by name, he meant that was the practice of the time. Sheep know their name, and Jesus knows your name. He knows me. He is my shepherd. And I know him, okay? I know his voice. Sheep can even remember their friends. They remember the faces of the other sheep. They can recognize their people. Okay, we need to recognize our people. We need to find our tribe. We need to be part of a flock. And I don't mean people who come together in a giant room on a Sunday morning. A flock of sheep has to be very close together. They live life together, and they stand together in a tight unit when danger comes near them. That is what we need. We need to know that we're sheep, so that we can get together and stand against the attacks of the enemy. Our world is blatantly coming against Christianity in ways that we have never seen in my lifetime. I'm not that old, but still, I don't know if you've seen anything like this, but there are very flagrantly anti-Christian ideals being promoted by leaders at every level, in government, in business, in medicine. Okay, it is anti-Christian all around us. We are being attacked, and we need to be in a tight-knit community of believers who are going to stand together as the attacks continue and get stronger and stronger. What else do we need? We need a shepherd. And of course, we want to always go to Christ as our good shepherd. He is the good shepherd. But we are also impressionable. Okay, we are sheep. We need to be led. We are on earth, and we choose leaders, whether you believe it or not. There are people that you look to, that you allow to influence your thinking, which then influences your behavior, your motives, your values. And so you need to really be discerning who you allow to shepherd you on earth. And again, it doesn't mean someone who's standing in front of a pulpit and there's 600 other faces in the audience and you're a face to them. A good shepherd knows you by name. So you need to allow that into your life. You need to find leaders and Christ-like leaders in your life who know you by name, who will know if you go astray, and who will come after you. That's what Christ does. That's what a shepherd does. A shepherd fights your battles. You need someone who's going to stand in front of you in the battle, who's not going to hide behind you. Okay? So you need a good shepherd. The good shepherd laid down his life for his children. We're already his. We are already saved. But we still need to be careful who we allow to influence us, because we're told in the Bible, beware of false prophets who will appear as sheep but are really wolves in sheep's clothing. They're coming for us. So be discerning who you allow to shepherd you, who you allow to influence your thinking, because your mind, that's the devil's playground. That's where he's the father of lies. He already lied to you and told you that being a sheep was a bad thing. That's a lie. Being a sheep is an awesome thing. And if you doubt it, read Psalm 23. The sheep with a good shepherd gets to lay down in green pastures, goes beside the tranquil waters. The sheep has peace. The sheep has joy. The sheep has a good quality of life because it knows it's a sheep. It does what a sheep's supposed to do, and it has a good shepherd. Lean into being a sheep, because you know who's a lion? Not you. But your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a lion looking for something to devour. You know who else is a lion? God. Now, I'm telling you, lean into being a sheep. Know that you're a sheep so that you will do the right things to protect yourself spiritually, mentally. But I feel like a lion sometimes, you know? And I know you do too. And that's awesome. We're supposed to feel like lions sometimes. And we're supposed to act like lions sometimes, because God is a lion and we have a piece of God in us, his Holy Spirit, which gives us access to that power. So when we feel that lion rising up in us, that Holy Spirit power, we can recognize, yes, this is the power of God. I'm a sheep, but I can have the power of a lion in this situation. Recognize that and wield that power and do it wisely and be close to God and get that Holy Spirit power, because it's in our weakness that he is strong, that he can act. So lean into being a sheep, use that power of the lion, and don't let our culture, the world outside, lie to you and deceive you by making you think being a sheep is a bad thing. Be a sheep, okay? A sheep has a peaceful life. A sheep has joy. So find your flock, find your shepherd, be a sheep. I'm Charmaine Rusin. I'm doing it different. I'm keeping it real, and I'm following Jesus, and I want you to come with me. I'll see you next time.